is Pamela Hanrahan. I'm going to be doing a demonstration or a lesson in cutting skills, and particularly cutting and making cucumber slices look like flowers. And I'm going to be working with Haley over here. We're going to be learning a little bit about cutting techniques, particularly cutting cucumbers and making them into little flowers. We're going to be using knives and peelers and things like that.
So what are these goggles for anyway?
They're vision simulating glasses, so we can give you an experience of what it's like to have some sort of vision impairment. In this case, this is cataract, which is one of the leading causes of blindness in our country and through the world.
Oh, okay. All right.
So are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it. So what do we have on the table here?
Well, because we're going to be doing some cutting, we have a cutting resistant glove that might come in handy. We have our mats so that things don't slip around, our bowl for waste. And then we have a couple of cutting boards here, different contrasts. And then some utensils that we're going to be working with. We will be working with a few more a little bit later on. But talking about this kind of thing, we have to consider safety. And having this non-skid mat is very important, as is a waste thing. And having washed our hands. Remember how we did that?
Yeah. Yep.
Clean hands. Those are the things we need to watch out for in terms of safety.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
All right. We should talk about the lighting with the simulating glasses on. Do you have any opinion about what the lights are like? We have a fluorescent bulb up there. Yeah. We can turn that off and see what you think.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's try that first. Yeah.
Is that any better?
I think I liked it better with the light on. Yeah, I
Okay.
think I'll be able to see better with the light on.
All right. Well, there we go. And now the other thing is the contrast of the cutting surfaces. Do you think that it's better to have the black or the white? Because that's what we have in this kitchen.
Well, I can see better with the white. I can see a little bit better in front of me, so that might do better with the white.
All right. So we've established the contrast and the lighting.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
All right. So before we get to the cucumber, which is a little harder to slice and that kind of thing, I figured we'd kind of do the baby step into it, and we'll cut a banana.
Okay. Yeah.
So do you think you would be able to just peel the banana?
Sure.
Just with your hands?
Yeah.
And when we do, of course, the cucumber, we're going to be using a peeler.
Okay. Okay. This is definitely going to be different.
Different and a little bit more advanced.
Yeah.
But this is the baby step.
All right. Banana peeled.
And you can put that in the waste.
Okay. Cool.
Now we have a knife over there
Okay.
that to your left, and that is actually a plastic knife for
Okay.
so everybody knows. And I'd just like you to just cut it and just tell me how it feels right to you.
Okay.
Like if you're going to just make medallions out of that banana.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Let me try.
You're doing really well.
Thank you.
I don't know if you need that much practice in banana cutting. I think you're excellent here.
You think I'll be okay?
Well, you know, I'm really impressed because basically the size of the pieces are pretty uniform, which is kind of tricky when it comes to some of this.
Oh,
But yes, we've graduated from kindergarten.
yay!
All right, just put that back in here.
Okay.
Unless you want to eat it, we're
Oh,
gonna
that's
get
good.
to we're gonna get to the cucumber. Oh yeah, it's a pretty good one.
There we go, banana.
I actually need one. Okay. Let's clean this board up and we'll get to the cucumber. Well, so are you ready for the cucumber?
Yeah, I think I am. I think we have graduated from banana.
Okay, well, I wanted to just talk a little bit about this cut-resistant glove. It's great because it helps not get cut, but it has a problem in terms of being able to feel things because clearly you have a glove on, so it's consideration. But I think that for this purpose, because we're doing it for the very first time, maybe we should try to do it. There would be the hand that has the cutting thing, which is going to be this peeler, and then the one that could get cut would be the other hand. So could you put that on?
Sure. On my non-dominant hand?
The non-dominant hand.
Okay.
You sound like you know what you're doing. And
Okay.
so what we're going to try to do is sense the glide of the blade against the cucumber.
Okay.
And you should sense that it slips a little bit. And there might even be sort of a spray that's released when the cucumber's cut.
Okay.
And so those are all things that show that you're doing it. And what I want you to do is grasp it at the base and just basically, here, you want to hold it?
Yeah.
So, and then this,
Okay.
and then you set it up maybe your thumb
Okay.
and use that as a guide, and then you do it the whole length.
Okay.
And did you feel how the actual skin, when it comes off, it starts gliding
It
a
felt
little?
glidey, yeah.
Gliding, that's the word.
Yeah.
So if you could go through all the way around, keep turning it,
Sure.
and then with your hand, you can just test to see that you got all of the skin off.
Okay.
Beautiful job.
Thank you.
Do you like cucumbers?
I do. My dad grows them in his garden.
This kind?
I'm not sure if it's this kind. We have big and fat ones.
Yeah, the ones that have like bigger seeds in them.
Yeah, I think so.
So you're doing a pretty good job at figuring out where you have a little bit more remaining. Beautiful tactile recognition of the skin left on
Thank you.
there. Excellent job.
I think that'll be okay for now.
Okay, so now you flip it around.
Okay, like this way.
That's right. And then kind of put your thumb in a good grasp. You feel like you have to push down that hard? Or does it glide it?
I mean, I don't feel like I have to, but it does kind of glide, yeah. So not as much pressure as I need to be using.
Perfection.
Alright.
So when we put the peels in the bowl, and
Okay.
then we're going to get the knife out.
Alright.
Talk a little bit about knife skills. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about cutting, and generally there are, in a very broad way of thinking, two ways that we teach people how to cut.
Okay.
And one is using this sort of like 3-point, or using the nail and keeping all the fingers behind, kind of a claw method.
Okay.
And then you bear down and cut. The other one is generally when we're making a sandwich and you have your hand cut, on two sides and you cut in between, but that's not going to be a kind of cut I think we're going to be doing for this.
Okay.
But anyway, if you can put your hand on this, and then,
Okay.
then as long as this is where like the gloves have the utility, and then actually you go to slide that knife sometimes against your nail. And the whole idea is don't pick up the knife any further than your first knuckle,
Okay.
because you don't want to like start cutting things.
Accidentally
Like,
cutting yourself,
well,
sure.
cutting things, you know what I mean. So if you want to hold that,
Okay.
if you feel like your grip's good,
Yes. Yep.
and then keep these fingers behind, and then you
Okay.
have a lead finger, but don't ever go
Ah.
up for more than that than your knuckle.
Alright.
Okay? Okay? So can you cut off the other end so we can have a pretty flush?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. You said like first finger in front. Let's go like that.
All right. Let's move over here.
Okay.
So we're gonna put the knife to the side, and I have one other little tool we're gonna be using. So we're gonna be scoring this cucumber, so it will make essentially the petals of the flower that we're making.
Okay.
And the idea is that we score with a fork.
Okay.
Along this edge, and we're just going to use this to stabilize it. And then you have to push pretty far in. So
Okay.
you're actually really making a dent.
I can feel like the spray of the cucumber too.
Oh, isn't it exciting?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So then you twist it around and keep doing basically the same thing. And then afterwards, you can and if you think that you don't need that little tray thing, and you feel more secure on the actual cutting board, you just really do it whatever way feels the most secure for you.
Okay.
And if you think that you don't need that little tray thing, and you feel more secure on the actual cutting board, you can sort of do it whatever way feels the most secure for you.
Okay. Alright, this so far is good, but I might switch to just to see the difference.
Yeah.
Try it.
I mean, ooh,
I'm getting sprayed here.
yeah.
I'm getting sprayed here.
Yeah.
It feels pretty good. It feels
So you're being able to detect all of that by just the tactile feedback.
Yeah, the tactile feedback is kind of telling me where I can feel the smooth sections and then the rough sections, but yeah, I can definitely tell the difference between this and that for sure. Okay, let's try this. Yay! Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good.
All right, I'll take the stuff so that
Thank
you
you.
can declutter all the time.
Thank you.
And I have our handy dandy bowl that we'll put this in.
Cool.
And now what you want to do is basically cut like you did the banana, and
Okay.
and you can try to make them uniform and
Okay.
so that that the appearance is best.
Yeah, yeah,
So you want it to look good.
Okay.
And so just cut it like that, and you'll make little funnels. Yeah, this is weird.
Real.
Let's try it. You did a great job.
Thank you. This is difficult.
I think you're kind of getting, be careful to keep your knuckles curled under.
Yes.
And just use more of the tips of your fingers
Okay.
to hold it in place. And then you get a little edge of the glove and it kind of dulls the whole
Mm-hmm. Yep.
experience.
Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay.
Really, I think you did it. What do you think? You want to put it in the bowl?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right, let's. Okay.
You want to try one?
Yeah, it feels nice too. So.
I'll try one too. Cheers.
It's great.
Well, thank you so much for watching our demonstration.
Yeah, that was
We're
fun.
going to be eating cucumbers for the rest of the night.
Yep.
And so on. So I was just wondering, we're doing a teach back session.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is Pam and Haley's teach back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted to know, first of all, did you enjoy the lesson?
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun to learn about having vision impairment of cataracts, like how seeing it from a different perspective is definitely interesting. But the way we did it was really fun and stuff.
I thought it was fun too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just wondering, can you describe some of the things that we had to do just for safety to keep in mind?
Yeah, I mean, like, we had to make sure our station was decluttered, making sure that there wasn't any outlying things on the table that could interfere with the lesson, and also making sure we had, like, that little grip thing was really important to make sure nothing slipped off, and having that cover system knife, making sure, like, everything is in the right place before we got started. So I think the biggest thing was just making sure decluttered and then having the non-slip stuff.
And we washed our hands.
Yeah, and we washed our hands.
Yeah,
Yes,
we did.
that. Making sure we're clean first.
Yeah. So when we were, starting to talk about things, and we were
experimenting with the whole cataract thing, as low vision, what are the two things that differentiated this particular lesson from just a regular, I shouldn't say regular, it's not like regular, like somebody that might be totally blind that wouldn't have some remaining vision?
Yeah, well, I mean, the biggest thing was trying to like figure out what I needed in the space in that moment. So like having cataracts or like having those goggles on and seeing it in that perspective, like in comparison to someone who's completely blind, for example. I mean, having the alternate versions, like having different colored cutting boards, figuring out the light situation, things like that, really kind of definitely would be different. I mean, when you're totally blind, you can't see anything, but having those different alternatives and figuring out the right kind of lighting and like cutting board
Sounds
situation.
perfect to me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why do you think that we cut the banana first?
Probably just to kind of like see how it is just like off the bat. I know that like peeling banana is different than like skinning a cucumber, but at least like having a little practice and being like, oh, okay, like I can see how it'd be easy maybe with a plastic knife and being able to peel banana in comparison to using something more skilled like a peeler and then also a sharper knife, you know.
So in that, you think that you were able to kind of develop a good technique in doing this whole process, and maybe in conjunction with that, what did you think about the hand over hand part of it?
Oh, I mean, the hand over hand part definitely helped a bit. Like, I mean, being able to like get a grip on the things right, being able to see where I needed to place my fingers, and also you explaining really helped. Like keeping my finger from the other, making sure I was getting the nail, things like that. It was definitely more helpful with the hand over hand, I think. Yeah.
How about like the sort of the using the glove versus potentially not using the glove?
The glove made a difference in terms of like it was cut resistant, I couldn't cut myself, but also it was more difficult, I found. Like when I was able to peel a banana and have a more duller like butter knife that's plastic, I wasn't really afraid of really cutting myself. But then with the cut resistant glove, like there was definitely a little bit of space on each fingertip, so you aren't exactly as sure with the nail. So.
Exactly. Well, that's very important. I was kind of neat. Okay. When we were kind of playing around with using that cradle for the cucumber, tell me, what was it that made you change and just use the cutting board straight up?
So, I can understand the not wanting the cucumber to roll away per se, but I feel like having that there, I didn't have as much of a better grip, and I like having it flat on a flat surface, at least for me, was easier just to peel than having it on the kind of elevated space, I would say.
After all of this, is there something else you'd like to learn in this field at all?
I mean, definitely like how different vision impairments can like affect the way that you do simple things like peel a cucumber and things like that. Like I was able to see the cataracts version, but it'd be interesting to see other perspectives too, like the ones where they.
So would you like to kind of do more of that, just for me, for?
Yeah, maybe different experimentation of different vision impairments.
See, you're an educator too.
I am, yes.
And you do music.
I do.
Is there anything that you might want to draw in from that perspective?
Well, I mean, I don't have anything in the terms of vision impairment, but I think it would be interesting to look more to the like oral aspect, like listening kind of portion of it. Like at least in music, I have a student who is completely illiterate, so using things like practice tracks and things like that. So other ways using the senses to teach that same lesson.
You know, you taught me something. Because we really didn't talk about hearing, and yet there was a different sound when the blade was sliding across the cucumber.
And the feeling too, so like I could feel the difference.
Because there's a lot of emphasis on sort of the tactile sometimes, and it's like,
absolutely.
That's something I can learn from.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, I was super glad that you were able to do this for me.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Anytime you want to learn more, I love to sit into one of your lessons.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Pamela. I had a lot of fun.
Me too.
su ritual de las mañanas, el perfume de la